Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back into gearing because I've had a lot of people request that I try out Vincent Mordoff as our commander. So even though I already had a DPM build with twist and track, I decided to go ahead and waste a bunch of whatchamacallits and put my build together on Mordoff. So yeah, let's take a look at it. So Vincent Mordoff is our commander. We are still using Eric Bay and Jerzy Swirsky as our two commanders. Inspirations. We have Observant Rage, Look at Me Now, Twist and Track, Smoke on the Water, and Unstoppable as our perks. We have upgraded him straight to level 14, Legendary 2, which means I've wasted a lot of stuff on this. But I wanted to give him a fair shake, show you guys that it's basically the exact same build as my other one, with the exception that Mordoff actually gets a base trait that gives you a faster reload. Whereas if we go to Halsey, oops, wrong button. We go to Halsey over here, you can see Halsey's best is increase AP shell damage of your destroyer. So you trade that for a little bit more DPM. That's basically the difference. Now, everything else should be still the same between the two, with the exception of, God, I am screwing everything up, guys. I apologize. It's like I've never played the game before. Anyway, survivability 19,400 hit points. 6 guns. You guys know this. 10.7 kilometer firing range. 2.3 second reload instead of the 2.4 second reload. I know, huge difference. 180 degree turn time is only 7.4, so they're always where you need them to be. HE is still 1800 with a 5% chance to set fires, and you have 2100 maximum damage on your AP, so that'll be down slightly from the other build. Torpedo launchers with this build, 136 second reload time, so over 2 minutes. 180 degree turn time, you don't have to worry about 6 seconds. Maximum damage is 17,900, 1.4 kilometer detection of the torps, and they reach out to the base 16.5 kilometers. And they're doing 66 knots. AA defense doesn't change, so it's still good for a destroyer. Maneuverability 36 knots with a 2.9 second rudder shift. Again, very, very good. Concealment is at the 5.2 mark instead of the 4.9 mark that we get with the other build. So keep that in mind. 3 kilometers by air, 2 kilometers guaranteed, and 2.6 detectability in smoke. That's basically the only real differences. Okay, so we won't have to go through it. We'll just go ahead and give you guys the look around the ship again. What I could do real quick is show the other camo. Those people were asking about the legendary camo that the ship has, so we'll show that. Pretty good looking camo overall. I would definitely use this camo if I had it, but I don't, so can't. But anyway, with that being said, let's get to the gameplay. Alrighty, so we're going to be on Crash Zone, and we're back into gearing with the Mordoff build. So, hopefully you guys are ready. This one's going to be one of those matches that you just love to see. Especially if you're in a battleship and you get this guy on your team. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm a great destroyer captain. All I'm saying is I'm more than adequate in any role that is necessary to facilitate the win. Okay? If I need to be the destroyer that goes out and gets damage, I'm that guy. If I'm the guy that's got to secure the caps, I'm that guy. Depends on what I need to do. That's what I'm going to do. Or at least attempt to. Sometimes I potato. It does happen. But, yeah, we're going to go straight out. We're into gearing. We're going to go straight into Bravo right off the bat. And we're going to showcase one of the things that I want to see more people do in gunboat destroyers. Now remember, the gearing isn't just a gunboat destroyer, it's also got ridiculous torpedoes, let's be real. So you've got versatility there that you don't have in a lot of other rules, like specialized rules such as Tashkent or Kaba. Okay, they are very specialized in what they are capable of doing. Yes, they can play the same role I can, but they struggle with it a little bit more than the gearing does, because of the gearing's amazing concealment for what it is. We're running with the Mordoff build, which is the twist and track build. As you can see, you get that little white semicircle that's kind of up in the clouds right now if you look at the dark part of the clouds. that's your twist and track. It's pointing in the direction of the nearest ship. Now, once you play with twist and track enough, you'll start to notice patterns in how it works. Now, you can also see that it's clearly not pointing at any of those two battleships that are spotted, or the cruiser or the battleship that's spotted. So what else could it be? Well, the base is now contested, which means it's time to go right at them. Now, because the base is contested, this destroyer is going to try to run away, but it's too late. I already got you, Sunshine. Hello, Shima. How you doing, buddy? Watch just how quickly we can start to dismantle this man. Now, he's going to drop smoke immediately and try to get away. The one thing that you cannot do, now, we've got to make sure that we use the amazing turning ability and the speed boost to get away from these death torpedoes, and then back in, make sure we avoid the torps again, and we are going to hunt this man down. We know where he's at. Closest person, you can see the heading, we're going right for him. We cannot afford to let a Shima go away. You'll never guarantee another detection on him. So don't let him get away. Force the issue. Now, our Shima manages to take out their gearing, which is... I don't even want to talk about it. Like, you saw what the gearing's capable of doing when it comes to dodging. Like, the only reason you die to a Shima is because you take torps. I'm not saying it doesn't happen occasionally, but come on. But, again, it's on the enemy team, so I guess it's for the best. By the way, that was the first gearing that I've seen. That wasn't me. But we managed to hold on, find this guy's location again. He's still within spotting distance. First shot was a miss, but you're going to see just how quickly we can absolutely devastate this man and get rid of him. Down he goes. That is exactly what you want to see as we take a pretty nasty hit from a battleship there. But we dropped smoke. A little panicky, not going to lie. When people start hitting me that aren't the people that I was shooting at, that's when I start getting a little bit timid. But that's going to allow me to take this base. We've got our Shima capturing the Charlie base, and so the enemy is capturing Alpha. Guess what I'm doing right now?
Smoke screen set.
Well, Spartan, you're capturing the base. No, I'm talking about what I'm doing in my head right now as this game unfolds. I'm looking at the base getting capped. I'm seeing torpedoes in the distance. I know there's a destroyer in there. It's time to go after him next. There's only one destroyer left, and it's a Shima. So we're going to go out here, and we're going to try to find him. Now, we got 14,000 hit points. We captured this base, which is a huge bonus for the team. And now we're going to do the team play once again of going out here and trying to find this Shima. Now, we get detected, and guess what? Doesn't take very long after we get detected that he gets detected, right? So now we are going to absolutely wreck this guy. But again, Shima, you've got to be aware that there are torpedoes. So luckily for us, he decides that it's time to throw him out there in a wide spread, and we're able to get in there, even though he knocks out some of our guns, or not our guns, but our propulsion and whatnot on the way in. But he runs aground, and he is now just dead. There's nothing he can do about it. So we managed to just absolutely ruffle stomp him. Now, we've got that done. It's time to go in, capture another base, right? Well, we also have turpits out here. We don't have torps or anything like that, so we're trying to just make sure we're not going to get shot. And we break contact. Now that we've broken contact, we get into the base here. You can see that turpits did take a shot at us, because of course he does. So we're going to try to make sure we get in here, help capture this base, get this base secured. Once we get this secured, then it's a feeding frenzy on everybody else that's left in the base, right? Or left in the enemy team. Our team is winning handily. We haven't lost a single ship. They've lost all 3 of their destroyers, and we just lost our first cruiser. So all of these things are things that you have to be thinking about. What's your next move? Well, you know what you're doing now. You know you're capturing the base, trying to keep yourself hidden. What is your next move? I'm about to have my torpedoes back, and I know that the turpits, oh, never mind, turpits is gone. Edinburgh manages to torp him, which is perfect. So now we have a few battleships that are out in the open water. It's time to start going out here and doing what the gearing does as well as anybody else. And by as well, I mean we're going to be taking and shooting people, okay? Kaba's very, very good at this role. It's actually insanely good at this role. But the gearing ain't no slouch. the gearing may shatter more rounds because it doesn't have quite the HE penetration that the Kaba has, but it's still very, very good at burning things down. It's one of those things where you may be shattering the rounds, right? You may be shattering the rounds, but at the same time, you're getting fires, okay? And it doesn't take very many fires before you start absolutely stacking up damage. And now, we've got the Yami here. Yami doesn't really have a whole lot of room to go. You can see I'm kind of waiting. Trying to see what this guy's going to do. I assume that he's going to back up, so we go ahead and throw the torps behind him, hoping that we can catch him backing up. And now, we're about to get our smoke back in 30 seconds, so we don't want to go too crazy yet. We want to hold our fire. The smoke for the American destroyers is the best smoke in the game. Like, it's just, there's just no better smoke. I think it's 2.5 minutes or something like that of smoke that you can get, and you can actually increase that if you want. It's been a while since I've paid that much attention to the American destroyers, but American destroyer smoke is like the longest duration smoke in the game. I'm fairly confident. But Yami's backing up, but he's kind of pieing around the corner, which is actually going to limit how many hits I get on him with the torps. And I want to wait. I start firing at him with the HE here because I want to try to get as much damage as I can. We've already dropped the smoke, and we are going to be going dark. We get 2 torpedo hits, 2 floods, and we are starting to burn, or try to burn him down. You can see I'm trying to hit that superstructure as much as possible, and look how much damage that we just chunked this man for. He tries to fire back, but he's so far short that it wasn't even close. I don't even think that shot was in the same zip code as where I'm at. But, yeah, he's creeping forward. He's very indecisive. He doesn't know if he should push me, if he shouldn't push me. We've got more torps coming in through the front. We've got our perma-fire going on him. He's got a possible flood. It hit towards the bow, so there's a good chance that there's a flood. And now we're going to switch to the AP to see if we can't do some AP damage on the broadside of him, too. But unfortunately, just as we get the AP out, the friendlies finish him off. So then we go back to trying to burn down the gross Kerfer. So we've got about 30 seconds left on the torps, so we can't launch torps yet, but we get a fire immediately. He damage cons it immediately. 1 fire damage con. You know what that means, guys? How many more fires can we get on him in very quick succession? You throw enough stuff at the wall, if I can ever hit him. You throw enough stuff at the wall, you start getting fires. Even if you're not doing the most damage, though, I mean, you can see a lot of these are doing damage. We get 1 perma-fire. Now, what I need to do, ideally, is try to hit towards the rear. You can see I'm adjusting my aim to try to hit the rear of his ship, to try to get that extra fire on the back of the ship. And, come on, baby. Not able to get it. Come on. Give me the fire. You can see I'm starting to line guys up for torpedoes, and just like that, we're at 100,000 damage. We're over 140, now we're at 150 targets hit. So we've done all the things as far as this video goes. We've only got 2 torpedo hits. We're at 100,000 damage. I think we're doing all right. You can see he goes broadside. We're trying to use that armor piercing. Again, just testing the armor piercing to see when I can switch to it. That's one of the things that you'll do as a player on occasion. You try new things. See when you can get that armor piercing involved, because honestly, if you can get the armor piercing involved sooner rather than later, if you know exactly what angle you need to be at or how close you need to be for the armor piercing to become effective, this thing becomes an absolute devastation. Because of the rapid fire nature, if you're getting 1,200 damage per penetration, like it could stack up real quick. Now, we get these torps out on the further growth curve first here, trying to, once again, just get ahead of everybody else. I just want to get those torps out there, get ready to absolutely wreck the guy. We're at 113,000 damage done, and if we can get a good torp hit on this gross curve first, that's going to be just absolutely fantastic. He's got all the health. So now we're going to go ahead and start firing the guns. This is a little bit dumb because he could actually see me firing at him and then change direction, which would cause me to miss the torps. But I realized pretty late here that I was not necessarily going to get those torps to hit before the game ends. And if anybody kills anybody, that's the end of the game. It's 985. Are we going to get it? Nope. The Yami manages to freaking kill somebody just as our torpedoes arrive. And instead of having a ridiculous game, we end up with a 124. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is a third build for the gearing. Mordor versus the, what do you call them? Halsey. Not a huge change in numbers, but it's still a valid build. There's nothing wrong with it. 124,000 damage, 2 torpits, 2 kills, top of the leaderboard. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.